And welcome, everybody. New season of Saints softball about to get underway here. The OLLU Saints nationwide classic. The Saints hosting schools from the Golden State Athletic Conference, the North Star Conference, and of course the Red River Athletic Conference. It's Ottawa University out of Arizona, the Spirit from Surprise, Arizona. The first matchup coming up here today against your OLLU Saints. As Ottawa's come into this game already. They already have 6 games under their belt, 0-6 on the season so far. Going up to the Saints. Saints, their first matchup of the year for 2021 after things being cut short last year in 2020 because of COVID. Still COVID restrictions here. There's a beautiful new OLLU softball stadium here. The newly renovated. Beautiful, beautiful facility now out here for the Saints to play softball. Unfortunately, no fans allowed out here this year, but next year will be a fantastic surprise for everybody when you come out here. Again, Saints opening day here is the lineups going through right now. Right now for Ottawa, Andrea Reinhardt, number 1, third base and leadoff for the Spirit. Michaela Beltran, a left fielder, number 22. 00, Janessa Rivera, the DP. Behind the plate, number 21, Brianna Tucker. First base, number 7, Avery Bond. Number 10, the shortstop, Rachel Stockseth. And number 11, right fielder, Charlene Deonda. Center fielder is going to be Jasmine Moore. And finishing in the 9 spot, second base, number 14, Corey Turner. Playing in the flex is going to be, that's what we're going to look here. In the flex, actually Corey Turner in the flex. And pitching is going to be Caitlin Chambers, number 14. And for the Saints, starting lineup here today, Jennifer Estrada leads off at second base. Number 2 spot, number 3 in center field, Maddie Nudd. Number 32 behind the plate, Joanna Gonzalez. Number 16, first base, Ariel Montgomery. Cleaning things up. And third base, number 8, Jusilia Moreno. At DP, number 00, Caitlin Esparza. Number 23, shortstop, Eileen Campos. Number 24, right fielder, Kenna Kennedy. Left field, number 25, Haley Luna. And Angela Ramirez in the circle for the Saints to get things going. We're going to have the national anthem. Orcia Martinez right now will lead us in prayer.
Let us remember we are in the holy presence of God. Provident God, be with Our Lady the Lake University, Ottawa University, University of Houston Victoria, and Bellevue University as we strive for triumph in softball. Help us stay safe from injury, both physical and emotional. May our performance reflect the true spirit of sportsmanship. Whether we win or lose, let it all be a part of life's lessons. Help us to grow in excellence in body, mind, and spirit as we represent OLLU, Ottawa, Victoria, and Bellevue. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who have fought and continue to fight for our freedoms we enjoy made the privilege of this tournament possible. Let us now stand and honor their efforts in our country as we direct our attention to the flag at center field for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome, folks. Angelo Ramirez on the mound for the Saints to get things going. Saints defensively to start things off. Kennedy in right field, none in center. Luna in left field. Montgomery at first. Estrada second. Campos short. Moreno at third. And Gonzalez will be behind the plate in the circle. Angelo Ramirez. Leading off, Andrea Reinhardt, third base. For the Spirit. Number one coming up here to the plate to start things off. Reinhardt, a Matt right, and Rose right, sophomore from Surprise, Arizona, Willow Canyon High School. Making her way here. Opening day Saints baseball. The 2021 season and the 2021 OLLU Nationwide Classic. Here from the newly renovated OLLU Softball Stadium. Top half of the first inning. Here we go, folks. As Ramirez with the first pitch. And they're going to be called for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here, Ramirez. On the mound there for the Saints. Ramirez, a junior out of Converse, Texas. Transfer from Trinity Valley. Very impressive career at Trinity Valley. Transferring here to Our Lady Lake. Fouls out, went off, no balls, 2 strikes. As Ramirez back there. So Reinhardt on the year, a .333 hitter with 3 RBIs this year. .364 on base percentage. Looks the 0-2 pitch. That's away outside for a ball. And 1-2 the count. First of 4 games today. Coming up after this, Ottawa will be back on the field again as they will be taking on University of Houston Victoria. University of Houston Victoria, member of the Red River Athletic Conference, along with the Saints, receiving votes for the top 25 preseason. Would be ranked about 27th with the vote total there, and that's going to be a high foul out of play, and the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes to Reinhardt. So it's a good team, a lot of players back from a year ago. It's a young team a year ago. Coach Bruce Lennon put it together, created a nice little family atmosphere for the team. And it's going to hit by a pitch, and that will put the leadoff aboard as Reinhardt makes her way over to first after being hit by the pitch there. That's going to bring up Michaela Beltran, the left fielder, coming to the plate. Saying some nice expectations a year ago, hoping to turn things around from a tough season back in 2019. Throw over to first, and Reinhardt back as Montgomery able to hold on to that. Beltran, sophomore from Surprise, Arizona. It's at 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Coach Lennon talking to his players, and that's going to be up the middle. And Nudd will bring it in, and now runners at first and second, and nobody out. Here in the top half of the first inning. So the DP, Janessa Rivera, coming up to the plate now for Ottawa. With 2 aboard and nobody out on this chilly Friday morning. And that's up and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Rivera. It's a senior out of Loveland, Colorado. And a transfer of Southwestern Baptist University. Coach Lennon telling his team, how do you get to become a ranked team? And he said you got to beat ranked teams. And there's a couple of teams that are receiving votes in this tournament. And that's going to be second player hit here this first inning. And that's going to load the bases with nobody out. So rough start for Rivera. Or Ramirez, I'm sorry. And that's going to bring out to the mound to talk. So it's assistant coaches out there to talk now. As Ramirez, a problem there at the first batter. Got out early, no balls, 2 strikes on Reinhardt, the leadoff hitter. Threw 1 away, and the next one went inside. It's having a little trouble. The pitch there. So that's going to bring up Brianna Tucker, the catcher, to the plate now with the bases loaded. Tucker, a .225 hitter with 4 RBIs this season and a .333 on base percentage now with the bases loaded. And Ramirez going to have to work hard here. Here in this top half of the first inning. With the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch, it's going to be a ball there on Tucker. So 1 ball, no strikes. So Ramirez looking at the signals. That's in there for a strike, evens it up 1-1 to Tucker. It's a junior from Simi Valley, California. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded right now. Reinhardt at third, Beltran at second, Rivera at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch here from Ramirez. That's up high for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here with Avery Bond in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Ottawa will be on the field again next, going against Houston Victoria Jaguars in the second game. And that's going to be a little away for a ball. 1:30 game is going to be Bellevue out of Nebraska receiving votes this year, going up to Houston Victoria. And the final game of the afternoon is going to be OLLU will be hosting Bellevue. So 3 balls, 1 strike to count. That's going to be fouled sharply towards the Saints bench. And the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes now. So 3-2 count with the bases loaded here. Nobody out, top half of the first inning. Saints looking for that first out of the game. 3-2 pitch coming. As Ramirez checks the arm bad from the call from the bench. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Big out. Number 1. And the bases loaded here still with 1 away now. As Avery Bond of first base coming up to the plate. So Bond comes up with the bases loaded now. As Ramirez gets that first out here in the game. Trying to get out of the mess she's in here with the bases loaded. That first pitch there is going to be a strike. No balls, 1 strike over to Bond. No balls, 1 strike. 1-1 count coming. Pitch up high, ball. And we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. LeBron, senior out of Bloomfield, Colorado. and Trinidad State junior college transfer. Braun hitless on the season. 111 on base percentage. That's left towards the line. It's going to go fair. 1 run scores. 2 runs. Ravenna is going to stop at third. And so, the 2-run double for Braun, her first hit of the year, her first 2 RBIs of the year. And that is going to give Ottawa the lead 2-0 here in the top half of the first inning with 1 out, with runners at second and third. So Rachel Stockseth, third base, coming up to the plate now. She's a 143 hitter with an RBI this year, a 400 on base percentage. As Ramirez got it off to a rough start here in the top half of the first inning for the Saints. Saints trailing 2-0. First pitch down low, 1 ball, no strikes. The Stockseth. Ramirez checking for the side. And the pitch, and she's going to foul that back, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. So Stockseth, a sophomore from Camp Verde, Arizona. Looks at a 1 ball, 1 strike count with runners at second and third. Braun at second, Ravenna at third. The 1-1 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss on that one, the count 1-2. So Ravenna's looking here with a 1-2 count. And evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and about a strike 3, 2 down. Couple of strikeouts now to get 2 outs with runners at second and third. And Ramirez now 1 out away from limiting the damage to just 2 runs here. So Charlene Deonda, the right fielder, coming up to the plate here for Ottawa. And the pitch up here, up high, ball, 1 ball, no strikes. To Deonda. Deonda hitless this year, 182 on base percentage. There's the last Spirit to come up hitless on the season, came up with a 2-run double. Deonda jumps out of the way of that one. The count 2 balls and no strikes here, with 2 outs in the top half of the first inning. This early morning start, 9 a.m. first pitch. So Saints get the early matchup, and then we'll have the early and the nightcap as well. Time called here. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs here, runners second and third now. And up high, ball, and 3-0 behind in the count. As Deonda, junior out of Mercedes, Texas, out of transfer from Laredo College. The Palominos, 2 hours south down I-35 here from San Antonio. That's going to be a strike. And a count 3-1 as they watch that one. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for Deonda. As Jasmine Moore, the center fielder in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance here. 3-1 pitch coming here for Ramirez. And the pitch, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Bases loaded again here. As Ramirez has walked 1, hit 2, and given up 2 hits here in this top half of the first inning, along with 2 runs. And a shaky start here in this first one. Jasmine Moore, center fielder, coming up to the plate. That's fouled back, and the count 0-1. Some more there on. With a foul back. Moore, a junior from Peoria, Arizona. South Mountain Community College transfer. With no balls, one strike here, the bases loaded. 111 hitter on the year with an RBI. Looks at the 0-1, swings and misses that one, and the count goes to 0-2. So no balls, two strikes, two outs. Bases loaded. Ramirez trying to get out of here after giving up 2 runs. And give her offense a chance to try and answer back. 0-2 pitch coming. Fouled back, and the count stays 0-2. Saints again this weekend has the 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, 1 game on Sunday. And then they will be heading to Texas Lutheran. And that's it. Right line drive over to Luna. 3 away. They'll get 2 across. They'll leave 3 aboard. 2 runs, 2 hits. 3 left. We will head now to the bottom half of the first inning. Saints trail 2-0. Saints bats get their first at bat. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, folks. Bottom half of the first, Saints trailing 2-0, trying to get back here in this bottom half of the first inning. We'll be going up against Corey Turner, who's in the circle for Ottawa. Turner 0-2 on the season in 5 appearances. He started twice. He's got an earned run average of 6.83 on the season so far. He's given up a couple of home runs, so struck out 2 and was walked 5 on the season. As defensively for Ottawa, Deonda in right field, Moore in center, Beltran in left. Bond is at first base, Chambers at second, Stocksmith at short, Reinhardt over to third base, and Tucker behind the plate is Turner. Again in the circle for the Spirit. So Jennifer Estrada will lead things off for the Saints. It's Estrada, Maddie Nod, and Joanna Gonzalez due up for the Saints here in the bottom half of the first inning. And the first pitch there for a strike to Estrada. No balls, 1 strike here. Here are the bottom half of the second. That one's going to get in there a little close. Evens up the count to Estrada, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to pitch here, and that's going to be popping over to Stocksmith over at short, who sends it over the first, 1 away. So Maddie Nunn now coming up to the plate here with the Saints. Nunn comes up to the plate here for the Saints. Nunn, a career 378 hitter for the Saints. Looks at the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 career home runs, 27 career RBIs, and 14 career stolen bases for Nunn. Center fielder here looking at 1 ball, no strike. That's going to be sharp. Chopped foul down the third base side. And the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Bottom half of the first inning. Saints trailing 2-0. Nunn steps back into the box here against Turner. Turner, a junior from Georgetown, Texas. Right up the road just north of Austin around Round Rock. Transfer from Odessa College. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count here to Madison Nunn. Nunn, a junior from Cibolo. Still high graduate. Now one sent towards the gap. Left center going to find its way to the wall. Madison Nunn around first and on her way to second, a stand-up double. As we'll run her now in scoring position with 1 out. As Joanna Gonzalez coming up to the plate now for the Saints. Joanna behind the plate here. Comes up to the plate, number 32. The 5'4" junior out of San Benito, Texas. Makes her way up. This Gonzalez, a career 376 hitter. Looks at the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 4 career home runs for the Saints, 50 career RBIs. She had 3 home runs, 24 RBIs last season in the shortened season for the Saints. And that's going to be fouled up. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Runner at second. The pitch from Turner, right over to third. Reinhardt looks not over. Throw back and sliding it safe. Ball gets away. As Madison Dunn will be awarded home plate as the ball went to the dugout there, or to above the bench area. And the Saints on the throwing error will get a run across. And the Saints are back to within 1 now with 2 outs. So a sacrifice, advancing the runner to third. And that'll bring up Ariel Montgomery. Ariel this fall, a little round robin the Saints had, showing a lot of power and putting a lot of damage on the new scoreboard. With a couple of home runs out that direction and towards us at center field. And that first pitch there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike for Ariel Montgomery. Montgomery, a junior from Castroville. Medina Valley watches that one for a ball. The count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs. Saints trail by 1 here. 2-1 here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that's going to be fouled down the third base side. And the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes to Montgomery. As Montgomery, a career 343 hitter, 6 career home runs, 34 career RBIs, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs in the COVID-shortened season a year ago. That one's there on the ground, right over to Stockset. Stockset up early, gets it, 3 away. Saints get a run on a hit. They leave no one and trail 2-1. We'll head to the top of the second. Saints trailing 2-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. Welcome back, everybody. Top half of the second inning. Saints trailing 2-1 to the Spirit of Ottawa. As Corey Turner, the pitcher, coming up to the plate.
Up next, number 14, Caitlin Chambers.
Actually, no, Caitlin Chambers coming to the plate. Second base coming up here. It's Turner not hitting on here. It's Turner coming up here, or Chambers, I'm sorry. Second base. Sophomore from Tracy, California, looks at the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Ramirez struggled in that first inning. But the first three batters got on base and loaded. But was able to hold the damage to just 2 runs. 2-0 the count. That's 2 balls, no strikes. As Ramirez had Gonzalez with a quick little meeting with each other. Chilly morning, 52 degrees right now. Cloudy skies with a nice little breeze coming straight at us. The pitch, that's going to be right there on the corner of the plate for a strike in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here, top half of the second inning now. 2-1 pitch here from Ramirez. And that's fouled back again. And the count will even up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, first of 4 games here today. As Ottawa will stay on the field after this. They'll take on Houston Victoria. Then after that would be Houston Victoria taking on Bellevue. 1:30 game. And then the last matchup of the afternoon, Saints will be hosting Bellevue. The Bruins out of Bellevue, Nebraska. The North Star Athletic Conference. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here to Chambers. Chambers, 125 hitter on the year so far with an RBI. 222 on base percentage. And that's going to be check swing foul. The count stays 2-2. As the wind picking up a little bit stronger coming out from center field. As we had been quite blessed with weather the past few days here in San Antonio. Afternoon highs in the upper 70s, or low 80s. And there's a swing and a miss. That one away. 3rd strikeout for Ramirez. That's the top of the order, Andrea Reinhardt coming up to the plate again here. Andrea Reinhardt hit by a pitch her first time up today and scored a run. Comes up here with 1 out, nobody on here at the top of the second. Watches that one for a strike and the count 0-1. The whole at bat for Reinhardt was a nice start for Ramirez early on as the first 2 pitches she got across the plate for strikes on her. Then she threw one away outside to go to 1-2, and then that 4th pitch ended up being hitting her. That's going to be a grounder over to second to Estrada, to first to Montgomery, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down here. Top of the second. That'll bring up Michaela Beltran coming up to the plate. Beltran, 1 for 1. She singled to center her first time up and scored a run. Comes up here with nobody on and 2 outs here at the top of the second. And Janissa Rivera, the DP in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance. That's hit deep to left, back. It's got a chance. It's going to be gone. So a solo shot for Beltran picks up her first home run and first RBI of the season. And they will extend their lead now to 2 as they lead 3-1 here now in the top half of the second. As that ball just kind of hung up there, and she connected that and sent it over the fence and left over the Krista Santa Rosa Sports Medicine side. So the base is emptied. Just a solo shot. Minimal damage, but still 3-1 lead now for Ottawa. The DP coming up, Janessa Rivera. As Rivera was hit by a pitch when she reached. Back in the first, and the first pitch there is a strike. No balls, 1 strike here. And that's up high for a ball. The count even 1-1. It's Rubedes. It's not been as sharp as we had hoped or expected here in this first couple of innings. And the ball, is that one up and away on her. And kind of looking like the pitch that got away from her. That was sent over left field there, but that one is a little further off the plate. So now 2 balls, 1 strike here. That's a 2-1 pitch. That's away. Actually, ball 4 this.
Up next, number 21, Brianna Tucker.
That was a little off on the count there. So runner aboard there. As a first or a second walk. Give it up by Ramirez. Brianna Tucker coming up. Tucker 0 for 1. Well, they're bringing her back. It was 3-1. So Ravetta's back. Ravetta thought it was ball 4. I thought it was corrected 2-1, so nobody on. And now ball 4. So Rivera back over at first. Now Tucker back. So Tucker coming here to the plate. It's Tucker 0 for 1. Struck out swinging back in the first inning. .231 hitter, 4 RBIs this season. .313 on base percentage. That's Rubedes with the pitch up and away. Yeah, she is struggling with the zone there. Now look at here with the 1 ball, no strikes. Checks the arm band for the pitch. And that's fouled back out of play. The count evens 1-1. Saints had a good fall in an early spring exhibition season last weekend. Good games. Had 13-12 win against Trinity Valley. The Saints showed a lot of power in that one. And that's a moonshot set foul. And a count 1 ball, 2 strikes here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Tucker. With a runner at first is Rivera. So Rivera reached back in the first inning as well, but she was stranded at third. That's it towards left and over there, and bringing it in is Luna from 3 away. They'll get another run on another hit, leave 1 aboard, and we will head to the bottom half of the second. Saints trailing 3-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. For more information on Saints Athletics, make sure you check out the website, www.ollusaintsathletics.com. Follow the Saints on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with the hashtag OLLU Softball. Baseball will be in action today, opening day, after last weekend's was canceled. We'll take on Central Methodist today, 12 o'clock, first pitch at Missions Baseball Academy. And first pitch there to Moreno, as Ulissa Moreno, the third base, coming up to the plate here. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike. And we're even 1-1 here. For Moreno. It's Moreno, Esparza, and Campos do it for the Saints here at the bottom of the second. That's high up in the air. Stockseth underneath it, brings it in. 1 away.
Batting next, double zeros, Caitlin Esparza.
So Caitlin Esparza now coming up to the plate. So Caitlin, the sophomore from San Antonio, MacArthur High graduate. Coming up to the plate. Esparza, career .321 hitter. Well, her first year, .321 in the shortened season. 27 at bats, 8 hits, 3 runs scored. One of those hits a double for Esparza last season. And the pitch there in the count. Quickly ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes is Esparza. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. Saints trailing 3-1. That's going to be popped up as Chambers comes underneath it. 2 down. So 2 outs in the bottom half of the second inning. So Eileen Campos coming to the plate now, the shortstop. As Campos, the sophomore from Robstown. A coastal bid transfer. First pitch up and away for a ball, 1-0, the count to Campos. And Kenna Kennedy in the on-deck circle hoping for an opportunity here. And that's rounder to short. Stockseth with it and throws it away. And a throwing error there. And it's kind of awkwardly as Stockseth gets that one. And so Kenna Kennedy now coming up to the plate with a runner at first. And the Saints trailing by 2. So Kenna Kennedy, a senior from Frost, Texas. Mountain View College transfer for Kennedy. And Kennedy sends that one. It's going to drop. And trying to get over to third. A little too far there. The toss back going to be caught and a run down. So an opportunity miss there. Yeah, it's a little aggressive on the base running. Saints won't get anybody across, so get a hit, leave one aboard, and we'll head to the top of the third. Saints trail 3-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Top of the three. Ottawa leads 3-1 over the Saints. That's Avery Bond. First base coming up to the plate here. Broad 1-for-1, doubled and drove in 2 runs her last time up. Picking up her first hit of the year. She's now 111 average with 2 RBIs. It's Rubedes. She's given up 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. So we can get her through an inning here without anything. First pitch there, a strike. She does have 3 strikeouts the first 2 innings. That's no balls and 1 strike to count here to Bond. Rubedes checking. That's fouled up out of play. Montgomery looks it, and it's going to go foul. And the count 0-2 now on Bond. Bond, Stockseth, and Deonda due up for Ottawa here in the 3rd inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch here for Rubedes. Up high ball. Again, baseball's in action at noon today over at Missions Baseball Academy. No fans allowed out there as well. They will be broadcasting on Facebook Live for baseball against Central Methodist. Men's basketball in action on Saturday. They travel to Houston and they will play their 8th NCAA Division I opponent this year as they take on the University of Houston Cougars. And that's going to drop in there for a single. So 2 for 2 now. Broad, who started off the season hitless, gets her first 2 hits of the year back-to-back here against the Saints here. So she has a single and a double in this one and 2 RBIs. And Rachel Stockseth, the shortstop, coming up to the plate. So Stockseth 0 for 1, struck out her last time up. Looking with a runner aboard, looking to bunt, and bunts it foul. No balls and 1 strike now to Stockseth. Yeah, men's basketball take on the University of Houston Cougars. That'll be tomorrow afternoon in Houston. As that might be their final game of the season. Balls 1 strike, looks to bunt, goes right down, picked up there by Moreto. Over to first, 1 away. Moreto, a nice job of coming in from third to put that over. And so Charlene Deonda comes up to the plate now, the right fielder. As Deonda walked her last time up back in the first inning. Was left stranded at first base. With 1 out here. Pitch in there, just catches the plate there for a strike, and the count 0-1 here to Deanda. Now it's advancing. That's Vaughn. And that's going to be up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One ball, 1 strike. As we have a 2 down. A little issue here with the video. Let's see what the problem is. In top half of the 3rd inning. Trying to figure that out here as we go along here. So first pitch is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes now to count here. To Jasmine Moore, the center fielder. With a runner at second base. And that's going to be fouled back. That's it there for a strike. The count 1-2. As we try to fix the video issues we're having here. We seem to have frozen. Don't know why, but we'll try and set everything up for you here in just a moment. During the break, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. And away to count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll go a little audio here for you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moore Moore at the plate. At third base is Stockton. I'm sorry, Bond at third. That's away. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Three balls, two strikes. And the pitch, that's fouled well out of play there. The count stays 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Strike 3. Well, they've won aboard. We'll have the bottom of the 3rd. Try and get the video fixed for you. You're watching Saints trailing 3-1. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.